Okay, what if you could start a business, a really profitable one, right from your living room? Today, we're going to break down a plan that's all about turning simple creativity into actual serious income. Let's jump right in.
I want to start with just a number $2,000 a month. Just let that sit there for a second. Now, this isn't just some random number I pulled out of thin air. The real question is, could this be your reality? A steady income stream coming from your own home on your own time. So, first up, let's talk about what I'm calling the $2,000 living room promise. And no, this is not a fantasy. It's a totally doable plan for making real money from your house. Let's dig into how it actually works. So, how is this even possible, right? Well, it all starts with what you could call your own desktop mini factory. Seriously, forget about giant, expensive industrial machines. The tools that power this whole thing are more accessible than you'd think. The two key players in this game are laser cutters and 3D printers. So, laser cutters, they're amazing for engraving and slicing through flat stuff like wood or acrylic. Then you've got 3D printers, which do the opposite. They build things up layer by layer, usually out of plastic. One cuts, one adds. Both are super powerful tools for any creator. And honestly, they're more affordable now than ever. Okay, so you have the tools, but what do you actually make? Well, this is where the magic really kicks in. We're talking about turning super low-cost materials into high-value products that people genuinely want to buy. And look, we're not talking about some obscure items here. These are things people are already out there looking for. Stuff like custom jewelry, personalized phone cases, engraved trophies, really cool custom signs, and unique keychains. You see the pattern here? The one thing they all have in common is that personal touch. All right, now we're getting to the absolute core of it. This is what makes the whole thing tick. This is the profit secret, the economic principle that makes this entire model so incredibly powerful. The whole secret really just boils down to two words: perceived value. This is all about the worth a customer believes an item has. And here's the kicker. That belief has almost nothing to do with how much the plastic or wood cost. It's based on emotion, on connection, on customization. When something is made just for them, its value just skyrockets. Okay, just look at these numbers for a second. It's kind of wild. A blank phone case? That's about 50 cents worth of plastic. You add a custom design, and suddenly you can sell it for 30 bucks. A plain wooden coaster might cost you $1. Engrave a name on it, and boom, it's a $25 keepsake. That massive gap between what the material costs and what you sell it for, that, my friends, is your profit. I mean, it really is that simple. The source material puts it perfectly. The perceived value of personalization is very high. That one single fact is the engine that drives this entire business model. So let's just boil this all down into a super simple 4-step formula. Ready? 1. Get yourself a desktop machine, laser cutter or a 3D printer. 2. Find some cheap raw materials to work with. 3, and this is the fun part, add your own creative, personalized touch. And finally, number 4, sell your product based on that high perceived value, not its tiny material cost. That's it. That's the whole formula. So we've walked through the tools, the products, and the big profit secret. There's really only one question left, and it's probably the most important one. Now that you've seen the plan, what idea are you going to bring to life?